Thank to everyone for joining us for this virtual 2021 Sault Ste. Marie Sports Hall of Fame ceremony. My name is Dean Greenwood. I'm chairperson of the Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee, which is a committee of our City Council. Viewing guests, not inductees, please make sure your sound is muted and your video is off. This event is being recorded and will be available for viewing and sharing at a later date. You're going to be on YouTube later. Since 2002, we have been inducting sports athletes, coaches, and builders into our Sports Hall of Fame from over 26 disciplines. It's remarkable the talent and dedication to sport that is in our community. The Sports Hall of Fame is supported by City Council, and tonight we have Councillor Christian to provide greetings on behalf of the Mayor. Welcome, Councillor Christian.
Councillor, you can now say a few words.
Thank you. Everybody can hear and see me? Okay. Well, hey, welcome everyone. It's my pleasure to be here with you today, albeit virtually, for the Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony. You know, Sault Ste. Marie may be considered a small community, but there's no doubt that we have a history of producing outstanding talents in many fields. This is also true for athletics, as people from the Soo have achieved great success as athletes, coaches, and builders. And that's why choosing inductees can be difficult. But without question, I think the Hall of Fame committee has done a tremendous job with this year's selections. On behalf of the Mayor and Council, I want to thank the committee for their work in choosing this year's nominees. Tonight, we're recognizing two important local sports figures, Rudy Timmerman and Newman. You know, achievements in sports, as in life, it doesn't happen in isolation. It takes selfless people who care about athletes in their given sport. Coaches, officials, referees, administrators, and judges all dedicate themselves to the advancement of sports and athletes. And often they do it without spotlight or any form of recognition. That's why it's so important that Sault Ste. Marie Sports Hall of Fame recognizes these people. And it's great that we are doing so again with the induction of Rudy and Graham. Both are inducted as builders. Rudy Timmerman has had a profound effect on martial arts in our community. During the past 5 decades, he's founded Ancient Fighting Arts, the National Korean Martial Arts Association, the KMA Masters Hall of Fame, and the Legion Hapkido School. And he started the Bonsu and Can-Am Classics Martial Arts Tournament. Newman is synonymous with baseball in Sault Ste. Marie. He served as an administrator of the Sioux Minor Baseball Association for more than 30 years and was the driving force behind the Sinclair Yards baseball complex development and continues to work hard to ensure that it is maintained on a yearly basis. Sinclair Yards is a remarkable home for baseball in Sault Ste. Marie, and it's a fitting legacy for Graham. It's a great privilege for me to be able to help commemorate the achievements and the impact of our inductees. On behalf of the Mayor and City Council, I'd like to offer my thanks to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee, along with all of the other city staff who helped to facilitate the virtual ceremony. I also want to, once again, thank the Sports Hall of Fame Selection Committee for the work in selecting this year's nominees. To Rudy and Graham, on behalf of the City of Sault Ste. Marie and City Council, please accept my sincere congratulations on being inducted into the Sault Ste. Marie Sports Hall of Fame. The lasting recognition of being inducted truly has been well earned. And it is my hope that each of you, as well as your families and friends, feel suitably proud to be acknowledged in this way. So once again, thank you for the opportunity to speak, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you. I'll pass it on.
Thank you, Councillor Christian, and thanks to the Mayor's office for hosting this event every year. Appreciate that.
My pleasure.
At this point, we'd like to acknowledge our Sports Hall of Fame Subcommittee members. They are Robert Caricato, Dean Greenwood, Jennifer Flood, Paul McDonald, and Brent Lamming, who is the Sault Ste. Marie Director of Community Services. It's a terrific committee, and we work hard, and we look forward to this celebration every year. As well, I'd also like to acknowledge our Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee, as the Sports Hall of Fame is a subcommittee of that committee. I know that Susan Milne is on the call, but also on the Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee is Councillor Matthew Shoemaker, Chris Alfano, and Tracy McCollum. And so thanks to everybody. Thanks.
Thank you, Mark. I'd like to begin the evening by introducing Graham Newman, and I have a few words that I'd like to read. If you build it, they will come. This famous quote is from the great movie of the 1980s called Field of Dreams. It's a movie about baseball. Our first inductee is Sault Ste. Marie's version of Kevin Costner, with a little less hair. Graham Newman had a vision and a passion to grow the sport of minor baseball in our community, and is the driving force behind Sinclair Yards. Sinclair Yards is located on Black Road, just north of 2nd Line. It is home to Sault Minor Baseball Association, which independently operates and maintains 7 fields to offer recreation and competitive baseball games. It has a 75 by 75 foot complex with facilities including indoor washrooms, concession stand, pop machines, covered picnic table area, a conference room, a locker room, umpire's change room, and an office. At the entrance to the field stands the world's largest baseball. It's over 2,000 times the size of a real baseball. Since 1980, when Graham's son was playing baseball, he wanted to get involved. He jumped in with both feet, heart and soul. In 1991, Graham volunteered to strike up a Sault Baseball Building Committee that had a plan and proposal to build and develop 7 baseball diamonds on 24 acres of land on Black Road. The land was donated by Dr. Alex Sinclair to the city of Sault Ste. Marie. It was a dream of Sault Minor Baseball Association to have its own independently operated youth-sized baseball fields and a complex for youth of all ages in one place. With Graham's background in construction as a local construction business owner, he was integral in the part of this committee. The construction of the fields and building complex was completed in 1993, and soon after he became Vice President of Administration on the executive. He still holds that position today, 28 years later. Sault Minor Baseball is an outstanding volunteer sport organization that sets the highest standards of independent sporting operations our city has ever seen. The city provides the land to Sault Minor Baseball for an annual lease of $1. All construction, improvements, daily maintenance, grass cutting, purchase of ball equipment and supplies, and league operations has been accomplished through their own financing and team of volunteers. Graham has been recognized over the years with several awards. One of these was in 2002. Graham Newman was honored with the Queen's Golden Jubilee Medal presented by Sault Ste. Marie MP Carmen Provenzano. Newman was recognized for contributions to the community as an entrepreneur and for involvement in various community initiatives, particularly his efforts in developing and promoting minor baseball in Sault Ste. Marie. This medal recognizes Graham's singular leadership. Graham calls himself a facilitator. When preparing for this award presentation, we found it interesting that it was difficult to find pictures of Graham through the years as a builder at Sinclair Yards. He always works in the background, but that is not to say that he was not a vocal driving force advocating baseball in our community. Mike LaBelle nominated Graham Newman. He can be quoted saying, "It is time we recognize Graham through this award so he can be remembered as a pioneer, builder, and most of all, a volunteer of the community, especially the baseball community." We can thank for hours of recreation that the youth of our city have enjoyed and will continue to enjoy for years to come. Congratulations, Graham. Graham, we'd like to hear from you, but I'd also like you to hold up your plaque if you can sort of share the picture of your plaque. I don't know whether it's handy or not, but it'd be great to show the committee. Congratulations, Graham. It's all yours. Remember to turn on your microphone, Graham.
Yep.
There
Not
it is.
me.
Thank you.
I can't even plug it in.
There.
Am I off mute now?
Yes, you are, Graham. Go ahead.
First of all, thank you, the committee and whoever organized this, to be doing it via remote versus in person, because the virus has not gone away and it's getting worse. So the due diligence that you folks have done is, thank you very much for doing that. Second of all, this is a tremendous surprise to me, because as we've said, I do things in the background, and there are hundreds, literally hundreds of other people and other businesses that have put their time and effort into, one, the design, the improvements, the actual construction. It's just been phenomenal what the whole community of Sault Ste. Marie have done. It wasn't just one person leading it. It was a lot of people that some don't live here anymore. Some are not even with us anymore. But it's a tribute to Sioux Minor baseball, not necessarily to me. So that's all I really have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Graham.
Dean will just do one little final tribute to Graham.
Congratulations on your award, Graham. Glad to see you in the Sports Hall of Fame as a builder. Thanks for that, Margaret. That was great. Now I'd like to introduce Mark Kontalainen.
Thanks, Dean. Our next inductee is Rudy W Timmerman. In 1950, at age 10, Rudy began martial arts training in the Netherlands, and in 1958, he immigrated to Canada. He immediately joined 2 local martial arts schools to continue his training, and in the 60s and 70s, he traveled extensively around North America, Europe, Asia, and to train with some of the highest ranking martial artists in the world. During this time, he competed in many tournaments, and his success in competition gave him the motivation to open his own school in 1973 here in Sault Ste. Marie. Over the years, he has received numerous commendations from 2 prime ministers, the RCMP, the OPP, the local police agencies, as well as from MPs, MPPs, mayors, along with receiving keys to several cities. In 1983, he suffered a work-related back injury and had to close his school, but after 2 years of rehab work, he opened another school on Gore Street. He remained there until 2012, when he retired and sold his school. Over the past 5 decades, Rudy has taught thousands of local students. They often compete in world-class tournaments where 6 of them won world championships. He's a firm believer that travel is a great teacher. Grandmaster Timmerman always combined competition with life-enriching travel experiences. The many accolades he has received from the students and their parents attest that his formula was appreciated. During the mid-1980s, he traveled to Edmonton to complete his studies with Grandmaster Pak, his primary teacher and founder of the art of Kong Shin Book. Before he left Edmonton, Grandmaster Pak appointed him as Grandmaster, inheritor of Kong Shin Book Hapkido, and he immediately registered the name and trademarked it into the United States. In 2017, he passed the art on to his highest ranking student, Master Kevin Janice. Grandmaster Timmerman's decades of experience have made him to be a sought-after seminar presenter and he has taught many thousands of students, martial arts school owners, masters and grandmasters in North and South America, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. He oversees many affiliated schools around the globe, and through his National Korean Martial Arts Association, he has certified hundreds of black belts to master's level. His refusal to compromise quality makes certification signed by him a highly valued commodity. A few years ago, after watching a TV documentary about the dire situation of drug abuse in our city, Grandmaster Timmerman came out of retirement and approached the Branch 25 of the Royal Canadian Legion with a proposal he thought may help some of our fellow citizens make better choices. Branch 25 accepted the proposal, and the Legion Hapkido Club became a reality in 2018. Besides teaching self-defense, the nonprofit Legion Hapkido Club prides itself on teaching students the benefits of mental and physical fitness, good citizenship, and education. Dues at the Legion Hapkido Club are kept very low, so entire families can easily afford training. All dues collected are donated to the Legion branch. Grandmaster Timmerman's vision for the new club was to foster good citizenship and to lead by example, and he serves as a sports chair on the executive committee there. Following his lead, their instructors and students are highly motivated to serve the Legion, our veterans, and our community. In Grandmaster Timmerman's mind, that is what martial arts is all about. We thank you, Grandmaster Rudy W Timmerman, coach, teacher, and competitor, for providing not only the instructions in self-defense and fitness, but also self-discipline, life skills, and confidence. Congratulations, Grandmaster Rudy W Timmerman, as we induct you into the Sault Ste. Marie Sports Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much.
Rudy, if you could please unmute yourself, and we'd like to hear from you. And at some point, if you could please display your plaque. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to take the opportunity to congratulate Graham on his nomination and acceptance and induction into the Hall of Fame. And I would also like to thank the organizers, the City of Sault Ste. Marie, and everyone that has been involved in this wonderful event. And I'd also like to thank my students for nominating me to this prestigious Hall of Fame. I'm very happy to be back into martial arts again, and I intend to continue on as long as I can. The old body is not cooperating as much as it used to, but the mind is still there. That's pretty much all I have to say.
Thank you, Rudy. So this brings us to the conclusion of this year's Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I would like to encourage our community of Sault Ste. Marie to please put forward future nominations. Our committee appreciates all the nominations that have been received to date, but we know that there are others in our community who are worthy of induction. So please nominate. Information on how to do this can be found on the city's website. Second, I'd also like to give some big thanks. First would be to Mary at Feeding Your Soul Cafe, who provided the food for our inductees. Jordan Allard, who is the city's communication advisor, for the technical expertise for this virtual ceremony. And last but definitely not least, Margaret Hazelton, who I think of as the curator of the Sault Ste. Marie Sports Hall of Fame, who organizes this event every year. But lastly, to Graham and Rudy, may your outstanding volunteerism, dedication, passion to baseball and martial arts be an example of what great things can be accomplished in the advancement of sport in our community. I hope you both have enjoyed this celebration, and a huge congratulations.
Congratulations, and thank you everyone who attended.